All right, so I'm going to walk everyone through GoCharting and the tool that I use to chart. So we'll pull, I don't know, let's pull LTC from Coinbase. So there's a list of all the exchanges, whatever, LTC. Okay, so when you come here, go to settings, skin. Now, I have a new skin here I'm going to try out for the first time. It's mathematically accurate. So let's see how it. So this image, I'm going to make it bigger. There you go. It's bigger. So standard GAN involves squaring your chart, which a lot of GAN traders are familiar with what I mean when you got to square the chart. So I kind of reverse engineer GAN by finding a mathematically accurate image, then scaling that image to the chart in search of something that makes sense mathematically. Does not always work. But look here. So what I see is this is now scaled here to here with support. So what I actually, I also see another cube kind of going the other way. So this has the P line that's here, 3D starting this way. I would take this and reverse it here. So there's a cube running in the opposite direction too. I don't know if you guys can see that. Actually, I don't want to use that. I'll use this. So I'm going to walk you through, I guess, how I scale, whatever you want to call it. So I see that. So the opposite direction would be right here. You see why I did that? So this is fractal center. This is fractal center. Whoops. Oh, you son of a hump. I mean, I'm not going to be super precise right now. So we've come in, fractaled at a time pivot, got pulled up to the center of this movement, depending on what angle you're looking at it from, to then, boom, time pivot back down to the Y. So I see a very clear match here. So fine tune this. Oh, you son of a gun. These tools are in the process of getting updated. Hopefully they'll be done fairly soon, 2 weeks or so. So if you want to move this chart up and down, yeah, I feel that's fairly well scaled. So should be able to move back in time for movements that coincide with, look at that. Starts in the S, comes down, bounces off center, goes to the end of the Y time pivot, which is also the end of this box. Again, maybe move it down. Look at that. So it came in, boom, 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 hit that time pivot, hit that center, hit that time pivot, dip, bounce off Y, down, or up, down, off Y. This has confluence. This chart is scaled correctly. All right. So we take time to look at what the movements are. We'll go back to, we'll call that scaled, which means we start between here and here for the next movement. So you want to grab the next movement. Look at that. Look at that. Came in, hit the time pivot, up to Z. S is here. It's kind of outside. X, top of here. This gets a little kludge. So when it gets like that, I don't feel it's in the right position where I have it. We know that was right. So now you've got to figure out. Look at that. That actually makes sense. Time pivot, over. It didn't hit center. My guess is because it did not hit the center here, when it hit this time pivot, that was a skip. Boom P, boom Q, up. That fits oh so well. Now, I don't trade LTC a lot, so I'm not real familiar with its exact movements. Z is typically, there's a down push on the Z. There's a down push on the Z. But what I'm noticing, everything's a down push. And then we've got something that it's like an up push. So to me, I feel this has got more to go. So when it hits this time pivot, all right, so it started lower, time pivot up, Z. I think when it crosses P, I think we're gonna see Litecoin go up to Litecoin 12 hour. That adds confluence actually to. I see the entire market going to pump. I keep looking for things that are going to go down. I'm actively looking to poke a hole in the model, and I have not been able to. And that's what's in my head. Should have played music.